It's been 6 years since we did our most viral video on YouTube, cutting a half a beef. Come along for the ride. We're gonna break this front down between the 5th and 6th rib. Starting with this rib section, we start out by pulling the whole outside skirt out. Now we're gonna go for that inside skirt. In my opinion, the outside skirt is the preferred. So there's your outside skirt, and there's your inside skirt. We're gonna break the front shank and the brisket off of here. We will take a little bit of this heavier cover fat off. So there's your whole beef brisket. Removing these thin feather bones off the back. Remove this fat cap. Remove these back ribs. And we're just gonna start cutting some steaks. So there you have the whole rib section, rib eye section, cut up into some rib eye steaks. Now on to that top blade roast for flat irons. Move this gristle on the top of here. Move this gristle strip in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can leave these whole too. And there you have some beautifully cut flat iron steaks. Let's pull the whole beef tenderloin, staying nice and tight to those vertebrae bones. Now let's trim up this whole tenderloin. Trim just a little bit of that heavy fat off of there. There's some gristle right here I like to take off. Remove all the silver skin here. Let's cut some fillets. We like to cut these nice and thick, probably 1.5 inches. Tell me you wouldn't want to throw those on your grill. Removing this hind shank off of here will turn into a beef Thor's hammer. Let's remove this whole entire shank. Remove this little oyster steak out of here and this H-bone. So we're gonna set this up in the saw and we're gonna cut some massive caveman steaks. Three giant caveman steaks. Beef hind shank. So beef Thor's hammer, we take that hind shank, we cut through the meat about halfway up. We try to make these about around 4 pounds or so. And then we take the meat off this top of this shank. There you have a nice beef Thor's hammer. Slow cook that, make some barbacoa. We cut some skirt steaks, some soup bones, 2 different styles of ribs, those beef back ribs, Denver, those beautiful, some chuck eye steaks, some boneless chuck roasts, a beef brisket, some arm roasts, that mini caveman I talked about, flat iron steaks, some stir fry. Now switching over to the hind quarter, we have a beef flank steak, tri-tip, boneless sirloin, eye of round, some stew meat, those boneless strip steaks, those beautiful fillets, some strips for jerky, Thor's hammer, and those massive caveman steaks. That's a wrap. Cutting a half of beef in 2025. Check out the full video on YouTube and social media.